Canadian Bulldog from Wrestling Merchandise and Memories. That's merchandiseandmemories.com. And today we're counting down the top 50 Brock Lesnar moments. Now, for this particular list, we're focusing on Brock's in-ring career, not really on what he's done in the NCAA, the UFC, or even the NFL. This is purely a wrestling list. In counting down the top 50 Brock Lesnar moments, we consider the following criteria. How unique was the moment? What impact did it ultimately have on Brock and other people's careers? And what legacy did it leave within the wrestling industry? Just before we get started, wanted to remind you that Wrestling Merchandise and Memories has more than 100 unique and conversation-starting top 50 lists on its site. Check it out at bit.ly/top 50 lists. Number 50, the next big thing. The legend of Brock Lesnar began during, of all things, a WWF Hardcore title match, the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Hardcore champion Maven was defending his title against Al Snow when Lesnar suddenly came to ringside and obliterated both men, as well as Spike Dudley, signaling that he had arrived. Number 49, Zack attacked. Brock Lesnar developed a reputation as a bully early on, and nowhere was that more evident than on an episode of Smackdown when the next big thing took on the one-legged Zach Gowen. In front of Zach's mother, Lesnar beat and bloodied the rookie, and later pushed Gowen in a wheelchair down a flight of stairs. Number 48, stretcher match. Brock Lesnar has had several go-rounds with the Big Show over the years, but their rivalry may have peaked at the 2003 Judgment Day pay-per-view. After demanding a match against the Show, the WWE Champion finally got his wish in a stretcher match. Lesnar retained his title at the pay-per-view, carting the Giant out on a gurney. Number 47, Giant win at the Rumble. More than a decade after the aforementioned stretcher match, Brock Lesnar entered the Royal Rumble to show WWE audiences how unstoppable he was. Battling the Big Show, Lesnar obliterated the Giant in just 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Number 46, first pay-per-view match. Brock Lesnar's pay-per-view debut took place on the 2002 Backlash event. After taunting Matt Hardy and Lita in the weeks before the pay-per-view, the next big thing battled Jeff Hardy in his first major match for the company. He won in just 5 minutes and 32 seconds. Number 45, office renovations. Tired of being ignored by Chief Operating Officer Triple H, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman decided to pay the game a visit in his Stamford, Connecticut offices. Barging their way past everyone, Lesnar and Heyman trashed Triple H's desk, walls, computer, shelves, and keepsakes, sending a very clear message. Number 44, it's not true? By the spring of 2003, Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle had forged a reluctant friendship. Lesnar was forced to face Vince McMahon on Smackdown in a steel cage, where Angle was made the special referee. But the match was a swerve for McMahon and Lesnar to outsmart the Olympic gold medalist. Number 43, Survivor Series shocker. Brock Lesnar didn't expect serious competition from the returning Bill Goldberg, who hadn't competed in a major match in 12 years. But when the two had their much-awaited rematch at the 2016 Survivor Series, Goldberg shocked the world by pinning Lesnar in just 86 seconds. Number 42, Forklift Fury. Brock Lesnar made quite an entrance for his WWE Universal Championship match against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam 2022. The Beast drove a tractor down to the ring and later used its forklift to push the ring over on its side, forcing Roman to go flying out of the ring to the floor below. Number 41, Cena's Backlash. Years before John Cena was a fixture in the main event picture, the then heel earned a shot at the WWE Championship at the 2003 Backlash show. Cena attempted to gain an advantage on Lesnar early on, but Lesnar triumphed with an F5 and retained the title. Number 40, Brock's back. Some 9 years after their previous confrontation, Brock Lesnar returned to WWE the night after WrestleMania and had John Cena in his sights. As the Beast Incarnate made his return to wrestling, Cena extended his hand and was repaid with a vicious F5. Number 39, Brock's back. Again. Brock Lesnar disappeared from WWE programming following a loss to Cody Rhodes, and it wasn't clear whether he would even return to the ring. At the conclusion of 2025 SummerSlam, Lesnar made a surprise return and, once again, the Beast Incarnate attacked John Cena. Number 38, Retirement Swerve. Following a shocking loss to Obafemi at WrestleMania 42 in less than 5 minutes, Brock Lesnar left his boots in the ring, strongly signaling that he had retired from wrestling. However, that retirement literally lasted 1 month, with the Beast attacking Femi on Raw and challenging him to a rematch. Number 37, time to break the game. Shortly after his WWE return in 2012, Brock Lesnar made a list of demands, including changing the name of Monday Night Raw to Monday Night Raw starring Brock Lesnar. But when Triple H came to the ring to put Lesnar in his place, the Beast trapped the game in his Kimura lock, breaking Triple H's arm. Number 36, the Best versus the Beast. Paul Heyman once was the advocate to both Brock Lesnar and CM Punk, but those relationships didn't last. At Money in the Bank, Heyman betrayed Punk, setting up a match between Punk and Lesnar at SummerSlam. However, if anyone knows about Heyman betraying them, it should be Brock. Number 35, hustled by Heyman. And that's because almost a decade earlier, Lesnar was being managed by Paul Heyman as WWE Champion when the next big thing was preparing to defend his title against The Big Show. Frustrated that he would accept such a match while injured, Heyman turned on Lesnar and sided with The Big Show. Number 34, party's over, Grandpa. Hulk Hogan was having a birthday party on Raw, flanked by his contemporaries, when Brock Lesnar interrupted the fun and calmly stated, "Party's over, Grandpa," ending the celebration early. Number 33, battling Akebono. Akebono was a top sumo wrestler in Japan. In 2006, the nearly 500-pound competitor challenged Brock Lesnar for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, but was defeated after the Beast flattened him with the title belt. Number 32, Vince feels the F5. Fed up with Paul Heyman and his client CM Punk, WWE Chairman Vince McMahon threatened to fire the Advocate Heyman at the end of an episode on Raw. Just as McMahon was about to say his 2 favorite words, Brock Lesnar appeared and hit Vinnie Mac with an F5. Number 31, Brock vs. Bernard. On the second day of New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Japan Cup show, Brock Lesnar defended the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Giant Bernard, aka Matt Bloom. Now, while a Lesnar vs. A-Train match may not seem like a big deal, it was the first time 2 Americans battled over the IWGP Championship. Number 30, SummerSlam controversy. While Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker have battled several times, perhaps their most controversial match was at 2015 SummerSlam. The Dead Man had tapped out to Lesnar's Kimura lock and the bell rang, but the referee had never ordered the match to end. Undertaker then went on to win the match. Number 29, Extreme Victory. The series between Brock Lesnar and Triple H was set at 1 win each, with their final match a steel cage bout at 2013's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. That ended when Lesnar hit the game with his own sledgehammer and pinned him. Number 28, taking the gold to Smackdown. In the early days of the first WWE brand split, the WWE Undisputed Champion would defend his title on both Raw and SmackDown. However, after Brock Lesnar captured the gold at SummerSlam, Stephanie McMahon negotiated to have Lesnar take the title exclusively to SmackDown. Number 27, a memorable return to SmackDown. As part of the 20th anniversary of SmackDown, Brock Lesnar returned to the show he dominated some 15 years earlier to challenge WWE Champion Kofi Kingston. Lesnar won the title in just 8 seconds, but his evening wasn't quite finished. Lesnar was attacked by his old UFC rival, Cain Velasquez. Number 26, WrestleMania 32. It can be argued that Brock Lesnar's most underwhelming WrestleMania match was at WrestleMania 32, battling against Dean Ambrose in a no-holds-barred street fight. As a result of an earlier pay-per-view, Lesnar easily defeated the Lunatic Fringe in a 13-minute affair. Number 25, No Way Out for Eddie? Leading into 2004's No Way Out show, Brock Lesnar openly taunted Eddie Guerrero both in terms of his Mexican heritage and his ability to compete with the next big thing. But after Bill Goldberg interfered in the match, Lesnar was pinned by Latino Heat, giving Guerrero his first WWE Championship. Number 24, RKO loses by TKO. Fresh off of a controversial UFC appearance, Brock Lesnar returned to WWE to take on Randy Orton at SummerSlam. Lesnar brutalized the master of the RKO and made Orton bleed profusely, forcing the referee to award the Beast Incarnate the match by TKO. Number 23, Money in the Brock. In 2019, Sami Zayn was injured by Braun Strowman and no longer eligible to compete in the main event Money in the Bank ladder match. In his place was Brock Lesnar, who hadn't been seen on WWE programming since WrestleMania 35. Lesnar won the coveted briefcase. Number 22, Brock goes berserk. After losing the WWE World Championship to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar demanded an immediate rematch the following night on Raw. Once he was denied, Lesnar destroyed everyone in sight, including announcers Michael Cole, JBL, Booker T, and even a cameraman. Number 21, New Japan angle. In 2007, Brock Lesnar was biding his time between competing in the UFC and New Japan. Knowing that he had to commit to one discipline, Lesnar handpicked TNA champion and old rival Kurt Angle to drop the IWGP Heavyweight Championship to when the two faced off one last time in Tokyo. Number 20, Extreme Return. Weeks after Brock Lesnar's 2012 return to WWE, he took on John Cena in an Extreme Rules match. After the Beast bloodied and destroyed Cena for most of the match, Cena hit Lesnar with an attitude gesture on the steel steps to gain an upset win. Number 19, Brockamania. Brock Lesnar only took on Hulk Hogan one time in a Smackdown match in which Lesnar's title shot at The Rock was on the line. Lesnar obliterated the Hulkster in their match, forcing him to submit to a bear hug, one of the only times Hogan lost by submission. After the match, Lesnar attacked and bloodied Hulk Hogan. Number 18, Lesnar vs. Nakamura. The first meeting between Brock Lesnar and Shinsuke Nakamura took place in New Japan Pro Wrestling. With Lesnar's IWGP Championship on the line, the Beast Incarnate withstood the artist's attack and finished Nakamura off with an F5. Number 17, Rumble record. While WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar decided to enter the 2020 Royal Rumble at number 1 just to see whether he could last throughout the entire match. The Beast Incarnate eliminated 13 men, including Kofi Kingston, Rey Mysterio, and Keith Lee, setting an elimination record. However, Drew McIntyre later eliminated Lesnar. Number 16, Hell in a Cell, Part 1. Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker's first go-round in Hell in a Cell took place at 2002's No Mercy pay-per-view. With Lesnar's WWE Championship on the line, the next big thing caused the dead man to bleed profusely before finishing him off with an F5 and pinning The Undertaker. Number 15, Hell in a Cell Part 2. Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker's second go-round in Hell in a Cell took place almost exactly 13 years later at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. In a rubber match from the WrestleMania and SummerSlam rivalries, Lesnar dropped the dead man on the exposed floor with an F5 to win yet again. Number 14, Suplex Slam. Brock Lesnar and John Cena rekindled their rivalry at the 2014 SummerSlam, this time with Cena's WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Cena withstood an incredible 16 German suplexes, but ran out of luck when Lesnar hit him with an F5 and a pinfall. Number 13, IWGP Champion. Brock Lesnar challenged for his first wrestling championship outside of North America in 2005 when he took on Fujita and Chono in a three-way match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship in Tokyo. Lesnar won and held the belt for about 2 years. Number 12, Iron Man. Known as one of the best free television matches in modern wrestling history, Brock Lesnar faced WWE Champion Kurt Angle in a 60-minute Iron Man match on Smackdown. Lesnar was able to defeat Angle 5 times to Angle's 4 wins, giving Lesnar the belt. Number 11, King of the Ring. Only a few months into his WWE run, Brock Lesnar put people on notice with his appearance at the 2002 King of the Ring pay-per-view. Having defeated Bubba Ray Dudley and Booker T in the first 2 rounds on Raw, the next big thing then defeated Test and Rob Van Dam to be crowned the King. Number 10, Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar won his only Royal Rumble in 2003, earning him a title shot at WrestleMania 19. In less than 9 minutes of action, Lesnar managed to throw Matt Hardy, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas, and The Undertaker out of the ring that year. Number 9, WrestleMania 35. It can be argued that Brock Lesnar's least successful outing at WrestleMania was WrestleMania 35. The Beast Incarnate entered MetLife Stadium as Universal Champion, and in the opening match, he ended up losing the title to Seth Rollins in only 2 minutes and 30 seconds, making for a very memorable appearance. Number 8, WrestleMania 31. Brock Lesnar defended his WWE World Championship against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. After roughly 15 minutes of a hard-fought main event, Seth Rollins showed up and cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase and quickly pinned Reigns to capture the gold. Number 7, WrestleMania 20. This WrestleMania marked the very first meeting between Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg, as well as both men's final match in the company for several years. With Stone Cold Steve Austin as special referee, the New York crowd booed both men, and while Lesnar lost the match, it was still a big WrestleMania moment. Number 6, WrestleMania 29. Ever since breaking the arm of Triple H, Brock Lesnar was destined to take on the game at WrestleMania. In a no-holds-barred match with Triple H's career in the balance, Lesnar suffered a loss after Triple H planted a pedigree on top of the steel steps and pinned him. Number 5, WrestleMania 34. Fun fact, 4 of Brock Lesnar's 5 WrestleMania matches between 2015 and 2019 were against members of The Shield. At this WrestleMania, he defended his Universal Championship against Roman Reigns in the evening's main event and retained the gold. Number 4, WrestleMania 33. Brock Lesnar going into this WrestleMania had a surprising 3-3 record, but this year, Lesnar was not only in the main event, but was determined to avenge the 2 losses he had had at the hands of Bill Goldberg. In just 4 minutes and 45 seconds, Lesnar pinned Goldberg and won the Universal Championship. Number 3, WrestleMania 19. Almost 1 year to the day of his WWE debut, Brock Lesnar was in the main event of WrestleMania, challenging WWE champion Kurt Angle. Although many will still remember Lesnar's botched shooting star press, Lesnar then went on to deliver a third F5 and pin Angle to win the title. Number 2, Rock vs. Brock. Brock Lesnar's first opportunity at a major championship happened only 5 months after his WWE debut. At SummerSlam in 2002, the next big thing fulfilled his nickname by battling The Rock for the undisputed WWE Championship. In just 16 minutes, Lesnar trapped Rock in the F5 and captured the title. And the number 1 Brock Lesnar moment is ending the streak. While Brock Lesnar's wrestling career has been defined by many accolades, his biggest moment happened at WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans. The Undertaker had never lost a WrestleMania match and amassed an unprecedented winning streak of 21 wins and 0 losses before facing Lesnar. Lesnar shockingly pinned the dead man and became the man who ended the streak. So, what did you think? Which ones did we miss? Which ones did we misplace? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to Wrestling Merchandise and Memories for much more great content.